Two young brothers beloved by their community are laid to rest today. A funeral was held for Anthony Vigil and Delonte McKee Jr. They were killed last Friday in a horrific three-car accident on Route 50. Sydney Cameron is in Glenarden with the story.
It was a somber mood here today at the First Baptist Church of Glenarden as friends, family, and teammates came out to pay their last respects to two young brothers lost too soon.
Anthony and Delonte they were beautiful, bright children that gave us all glory, sunshine.
The Chargers huddled around teammates Anthony and Delonte's caskets today to say their final farewell.
He was a good kid.
Do you miss him?
Yes.
The two brothers were tragically killed in a three-car accident on Route 50 last Friday. Anthony was 11, his brother Delonte just 2 years old.
Delonte gave everyone in our daycare nothing but love, joy.
Anthony, he liked to play football, read books. Every time I seen him coming from school, I see him with a book in his hand.
Inside the church, the emotion was bittersweet.
This is the message he shared today in light of his teammates and others, although Anthony and Delonte were not here with us, knowing that they were okay because they were in the hands of the Lord.
Little Delonte would have turned 3 next weekend. His birthday celebration will go on as planned.
He said, "Don't forget, Miss Shawn. Don't forget, okay? Don't forget my 50 balloons, okay?" And I told him I won't forget. I will not forget. Most definitely.
Are you still going to buy him the 50 balloons?
His 50 balloons will be at Tumbling Kids Care. Yes, they will.
Now, those 50 balloons will be released on Delonte's birthday, November 19th, at the Kids Daycare, Tumbling Kids Care in Northeast D.C. It's set to start at 6 p.m. and is open to the public. In Glenarden, this is Sydney Cameron for CTV News.
Maryland State Police are still investigating the accident. No one has been charged at this time.
Anthony Vigil's football teammates were among those who attended a special candlelight vigil last night. Several hundred people showed up to honor the two young brothers on the same field where Anthony used to play.
Anthony was a special young man, loving young man, a caring young man. Played with and treated my son as if he was his brother. Delonte would get down his three-point stance and watch me, Coach Yule.
There was laughter shed through the tears last night as friends recalled their time with the family during a candlelight vigil held at Perrywood Elementary School. The Vigil McKee family attended the vigil as friends remembered 11-year-old Anthony and his 2-year-old brother Delonte.
I knew him, and I had camp with him, like this Star Performance Elite camp, and he actually did good in the camp. He actually improved, but sometimes he played around a lot, but we straightened him out. And he was a good boy, and he just started football, so it's actually sad that he died.
Many parents had just seen Anthony and Delonte with their mother just minutes before the tragic crash that took the boys' lives.
I actually had spoke to her 10 minutes before it happened, because we had a board meeting that night, and I spoke to her. And Anthony,
was the mother?
Yeah, and Anthony comes up to me. He used to come up to me every day because I met him at summer camp. Anthony came up to me and he used to give me 5 every day and tell me how his practice was. And then his little brother would come up and want to give me some dap too. So, and I, spoke to him as I normally did, and I walked away, not thinking. And I told him to have a good weekend, not thinking that this was going to happen.
And I have 2 children that play for the Chargers. And so when my kids found out that one of their own from the whole organization had passed, they had a lot of questions. And it's been very difficult to answer those questions because they're so young. Just wondering, why did it happen? My son's been asking me everything about the fire, how did they die, and it's been very, very challenging. We were actually here Friday night, and I was talking to the president of the organization when the mom actually walked up, and she had her babies with her, and but no one would ever think that, we see each other and we take it for granted every time we come to practice Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays that we're going to see each other again, and no one would have thought that that would have happened.
Friends lined up just prior to the vigil to sign messages on Anthony's football helmet, leave gifts for the family, and launch balloons in memory of the boys. And the two brothers will be buried at National Harmony Memorial Park in Landover.